So, brief introduction at the start of today to the principle of resonance. The principle of like matches with like and can actually act like a augmenter or increasing the volume, or can be used if the two resonant waves are brought together out of phase, then it's like turning down the volume or switching off the signal. And that's the principle that we use when we're doing these energy balancing sessions. So I'll introduce you to this fellow, which is the Lecher antenna. This has been around in one form or another for over 100 years, and it really underpinned all of radio communication. This was inside the early radio sets. You had to know the wavelength to set it to. You set it there, the sender set theirs to the same wavelength, and then the two tuned into each other across distance. And that made the difference between having to, they were used in armies in the beginning to save having to send somebody running or on a horse or on a motorcycle across the battlefields to carry information. Then there would be somebody with a big pack on the back with the radio receiver and sender, and you would be able to send information either by Morse code at first or then later on by voice speech. So it's not new technology, but it's been used for decades now for tuning human energy and the energy of spaces. So the different wavelengths or settings mean different things. Some are sedating in nature, some are exciting in nature, more yang, more raising the energy. And I was doing an energy balance with my class the other day, and it was an energy balance for myself because I'd had a bit of a shock and I was needing to be tuned up, and someone very kindly suggested, why don't you be the model today, Carol? So we did that. And I needed an energy symbol to reset my energy. So I selected the energy symbol as part of a bigger process, and this is a symbol that we came up with. Now these are what I call the yellow jacket colors. And the name we choose them from the I Ching, and the I Ching name for this symbol is the abyss. And that few days, it did feel like there were so many things happening around me that were just falling into a big hole. So I'm now wearing this symbol over the reconnection point of my heart to the wisdom of my energy body, which is conception vessel 14 on the upper abdomen. But a couple of days before that, I was out shopping, and in the shops, I saw something. I was really drawn to it, and I bought myself, this was before the acmegram, this fellow. So isn't that amazing how I was so closely drawn to the colors that I needed? So, hello there. And he now sits in my hallway and welcomes me home every time I come home. But very, I just couldn't believe the resonance of it, really. That I knew what I needed, even on a day-to-day, not thinking about it way, very unconscious. And then in a slightly more conscious or more practical way, actually tuning into the resonance with the Lecher antenna, I came up with this black and yellow connection symbol. And I'm actually feeling much better than I was. So we'll put our friend over here, and he can stay for the session. But I thought that was quite a nice little story of how we're drawn to the things that we need. Often when I work with people's energy, then I'll maybe suggest something to them from my test kit here. And in the test kit, the essential oil that I choose, the person will say, oh, I bought that the other day, or I've been thinking about, I might use that in my oil burner or whatever. So they already have this unconscious sense of what's needed and are drawn to that. But doing it with bioenergetics makes it very specific, very targeted. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some very specific information across the airwaves, all the way around the world as far as Australia and the west coast of the United States. So we've got a real global spread here. And we're going to see if we can tune in with a vibration that will help to support all of our energy in the face of the current world circumstances. So they can be political, weather systems, and they can be bigger than that, universal, related to how the sun is reacting and how that effect of that solar energy on the earth. So we're going to tune in and just have a little bit of a chat, and I'm going to just send the information out. Now, when I do a specific energy balance for someone personally, then I tune in with their energy and I allow them to select what they want for their energy in particular. And we go back to some points in the past, we clear energy from dates where it's become blocked, and we strengthen them in the moment. This process we're going to do today of energy transfer is in the moment, the transfer of information specifically where it needs to go. When we're working in the group situation, then I can't do that specific transfer to an exact acupuncture point for each and every one of you. So I am allowing you and inviting you to tune in wherever you need to in your body to strengthen yourself, to kind of top up your energy reserves in the face of all of this stuff that is happening around us in the world.